You think we're gonna beat all these games?
Nope.
Backlog boys.
No, probably not.
Hey,
Boys.
we got what we needed for Cookie. Time to make the Inferno.
Watch this.
It's his final weapon. Oh, it's a
like
hammer.
It's like a big bucks.
So the hammer became an axe, and then the axe became a hammer again. It looks just like the Last Judgment did, but with different kind of color scheme.
Yeah, it looks more. Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah,
It's got 4 slots. Let's see if we can max out the attack here.
Nope.
241, man. This one
It's
goes
looking
big.
good.
Yeah, this one will go big.
Cool. All right, we'll put the biggest one on there. The most attack.
Maybe. I'll figure that all out in my next grinding session.
Okay. You'll scout.
Because I know I had some of those picked out for certain people's weapons. What am I doing? Back to the Demon Shaft, everyone. Big surprise.
Yeah, did you see that coming? Let us know in the comments.
Another day of boys. Another day of Dark Cloud.
Let us know what you expected out of this episode when you woke up and saw an exciting new B-Boys episode on the docket. Let us know what you thought, what your
Were you
predictions
expecting something wildly different?
You saw it was Dark Cloud and you were like,
oh man,
what did you think?
It'll probably be something new and exciting and unlike anything I've ever seen before, especially not on the same series that it is. Floor 88.
We're getting there.
Back to the Future.
Whoa.
There's so many significant numbers as we go from 1 to 100
There are.
that we can relate to certain things.
There are.
There are.
There be.
Oh, we need to repair. We can do that.
I don't know about that.
And we need a revival powder up top. Or should we put chicken up there, Vaughn?
We said we could stack the chicken?
I'm pretty sure we can. Yeah.
That seems like it could be useful. We
All
could try.
right.
We've never tried it, have we? I don't think we have.
I mean, I eat chicken pretty regularly.
So as long as you don't die.
How about you?
All right.
You ever tried chicken before? I'm purple.
I've not. Dude, this sword looks so much cooler when it's purple.
I know.
Like the green, something about that green and purple, they go great.
It is a nice combination.
Yeah, I had chicken for the first time the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Life changing.
It was that food you bought me.
Oh yeah, dude. Should we talk about our Lian Chen experience
It was kind
from
of
PokeCon?
It's kind of an oddly Chin experience overall.
It was. I mean, just because of all the things that were surrounding it and going on at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. We alluded to this a little bit back when we talked about PokeCon, but we didn't really fully disclose what happened.
Yeah.
Maybe we could go into a little more detail for you. What do you think, Vaughn?
Like all things included, kind of.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Full disclosure.
Because I saw some stuff you didn't see.
That's true.
It was a situation.
It was a situation.
So we had the pleasure to share the stage with not only each other but with Eric Stewart that night.
Yes.
Pretty well-known
very
voice actor.
well-known, famous voice actor.
We talked about this a little bit, but he's Kaiba, the Pokedex, a bunch of other people. James.
Brock and James would be the ones you'd really know him from
Yep.
the original Pokemon anime.
And so he does like a solo act. He's also in a band, but he was doing a solo act. Just
I wish he would have had a
solo
band,
stuff.
man. I'd love to hear him with the band.
Yeah,
He killed it.
He says, he said to me like that he. Did he say that he plays violin?
No, he plays guitar. He
plays
has
on
a
the guitar?
violin player in his band.
That's what he was saying. Okay, because he saw that Kenny and I,
Right.
you know, that we had
strings.
2 strings in our group, and so he like commented on that and said that he really likes the sound of strings. So that's kind of neat.
Yeah.
But so he was doing like his solo act where he plays.
Crap.
He does his solo songs and plays guitar and sings. And so he was. For this concert, essentially, Austin provided like all the equipment.
Yep.
Like he like packed up his house and like brought
Crap,
it
I forgot to buy revival powders.
all to the convention.
Yeah, basically
And-
because the guy
and
who
thank you.
the guy who ran the event contacted me when we were preparing, and basically made it clear to me that he was completely unaware of all things audio, and was
I just hadn't set up that kind of thing before.
Right, he didn't know anything about audio equipment, so
he asked for help.
So he asked for my help, and I was like, okay, well, here's what I have, and this will take care of us for our performance, you know. And then he told me what Eric Stewart had asked for, equipment wise, and that was not something that we had. So I basically told him, hey, you know, if that's what he needs, you're gonna have to rent something. And he showed me like a list of things that the hotel had, and I was like, yeah, you know, you could use that. That would work for him. And I was just kind of chagrined to recommend him to rent that stuff because I saw how much it was expensive, how expensive it was.
I saw the list too.
And then that was going to take away from, you know, their budget. And it was, and
like
then
not the most effective use of the con's money.
Right. And then also in effect taking away from potential revenue for us because they had to pay us to be there and they had to pay Eric Stewart to be there. So, I was under the impression that he was just going to have to, you know, rent that stuff so that his guest of honor that he was so excited to have.
He tried to get him for what? All 3 years?
All 3 years,
and he finally got him this year, so that must have been a pretty awesome...
and he was super excited about it. So I would have thought he would have done everything possible to please him. But I guess there was some kind of misunderstanding or miscommunication or sheer lack of intelligence that caused it not to happen, and it resulted in Eric Stewart being very, very displeased.
Yeah, he wanted like a monitor.
What he asked for
to
was
hear
not
himself.
complicated at all. Yeah,
he asked for like a monitor so he could hear himself, and then like a PA to
project the audio into the audience.
Into the audience.
Yeah,
in this big room. Oh, you see that guy back there? What's his name?
Moonshine.
Is that his name?
No,
that's not.
It's like Crescent Demon or something.
That kind of sounds right. But so yeah, that's what he asked for, and that's not what Austin.
Pretty much
had.
a bare bones setup.
And
but I don't have PA monitors.
Right.
In my personal gear list, Crescent Baron.
Yeah, that's right. He's royalty.
Yeah, I don't have monitors of any kind.
And so, Austin goes up, sound checks the do a barrel roll.
Yep.
You know, I struggle to say do a barrel roll.
Yeah.
So much.
You can just
it just becomes do a barrel roll.
You can call us barrel roll, or you can call us dabber.
Dabber.
Oh. Trix is dead.
So, dabber sound checks, and then they leave. They're gonna go eat. Austin's hungry.
Very hungry. We were all so hungry. Ow.
And then then Bards, we were gonna sound check a little bit and just kind of get warmed up because we hadn't played together at all that day.
Yes. God, get me out of here.
And so we're playing, and Eric Stewart walks in. And like I had spoken to Eric Stewart earlier in the day.
That's right. This is the best part of the story.
And
so we were gone already. Barrel roll was gone already. We left all our gear in the room, all set up because we wanted to be out of the way because he had asked for a very specific time for sound check.
And I talked to him earlier. I said, "Hey, I'm with one of the bands that's after you." And I told him like, "Do a barrel roll should be here around 6 something." And then I know you want a sound check at 7:30, so that shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
Should all be set up. We'll be out of your hair. He's like, "Great." And then Austin's pretty much done at like 7, and so then Bards were like, okay, let's use this time since we have like a half hour. We'll just get warmed up, get situated, unpack, and we're playing through a few songs. And Eric Stewart walks in, and it's like I was checking the time. I saw that it was like 7:29. We decided to just do one more song since Eric Stewart wasn't there yet. Eric Stewart walks in at like 7:33 or something.
Yeah.
He makes his way down across the aisle and like sets down his bag. He's like just setting his bag down. We just finished the song. And then I say to Eric, like, I'm about to say, "Hey Eric, hey Eric, we'll get off stage now so you can sound check."
Yeah.
And then he says, like, he cuts me off. I just say, "Hey Eric," and he says, yeah, I need to sound check. I need, it's time for me to sound check. Like, get off stage. This, like,
yeah.
What? I was just about to say hey, okay, your time now. We're done.
Yeah.
Like,
but you didn't
how
get there.
much more prompt could we be? How much, like, did we...
Yeah.
Like, you open the door and we just disappear and get out of sight.
Yeah, it's weird that he kind of had like a red carpet moment there.
Yeah. And
that seems unexpected.
It was just really weird. And then after that, so we decided to try to leave. But this is at the point when Eric Stewart is discovering he does not have the equipment he requested.
Before this point, he did not know that what he requested was not there. Even though he apparently he had been there. So I don't know. It was a very confusing situation, but he was basically discovering that he didn't have the audio equipment that he asked for all at once.
Yep.
And he was not pleased.
So Kenny and Tom have already left, and I'm just kind of finishing packing up my viola, and then I'm starting to see everything fall apart between and Eric.
Yep.
And stuff's starting to get real. Everyone's getting real angry.
It's getting a little heated.
And then
we were already at the Chinese restaurant.
Yep. So
eating food.
Like, he's just like flabbergasted that the stuff is not there. So then I kind of like, okay, well, it sounds like if you want, you can use the band's stuff. So I'll call Austin and make sure that's okay. And I call Austin, and then Austin says, yeah, you can use what we have for Eric.
Even though it's not going to match his needs.
Yep. And I come back into the room, and I just kind of like help Eric get everything set up that he needs. And he just wasn't pleased.
No.
And I just kind of tried to like diffuse the situation as much as possible. And he seemed at the very end of it, he
went down
thankful.
to a simmer, but
yeah, at the end he was thankful that I helped and just tried to like.
But he still overall did not seem to have a good time.
No. Even during his performance, he seemed a little
Yeah,
off.
he was just a little ticked in like his stage banter.
Yeah.
So that was very unfortunate. I wanted to have like a good experience with that guy, and I was hoping I'd get a chance to like meet him and hang out with him a little bit and introduce myself, but none of that got to happen.
Yeah.
Because he got pissed.
Which is unfortunate.
It was very unfortunate. Holy crap, this thing's worth $13.75.
Sell. And I don't. And unfortunately, neither Austin nor I could have done anything really differently to like.
No,
improve that situation.
We communicated very accurately to the person who would have provided the equipment for him that we did not have that equipment, and that he could use what we had if he wanted, but it was not the same thing that he had asked for.
Yeah, it was a little rocky.
Yep,
but the show went on.
It did. Everybody performed really well. There were no, and everything sounded good. There were no problems with the audio at all. Mm-hmm. Honestly, like if he would have known ahead of time that he was using the setup that he did, it probably would have been fine.
Yeah,
he probably would have been okay with it.
I think it was just the shock of like, having expected that and like having had it in writing and then not knowing.
Yeah,
right at like 30 minutes before he was supposed to start.
I wonder if he did have it in writing.
That
would be interesting.
He brought up an email that he had sent to the organizers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you get to see it?
No, but he like pulled it up and he was talking about it, and he said, "Yeah, I've got it right here that I was supposed to have such and such."
Tomorrow on The Boys, we'll put that story to bed.
A bit of a goof.
Yeah, a little bit of a goof,
but the show went on.
It was good.
It's a must.
It was very good.
So
let that be a lesson to you, boys watchers.
Yeah, draw conclusions.
Yep.
Ponder. Like, what we want you to do is, this is actually homework. Get out the paper. We want you to write a 1-page reflection on what you learned today.
Wow.
And then submit that to
Backlog Boys,
bboyshomework.com/darkcloud
@gmail.com.